Hey guys, it's Nicole here from Toujours. I've noticed that we have a good amount of new subscribers to the channel, so I thought it was time for a reintroduction. So before Toujours the channel, I had Toujours my home business. I was working out of my home and doing farmers markets all the way back in 2018, 2019. And I also did in-home pastry lessons. During these classes, we would have a hands-on experience where we would make macarons or croissants or eclairs, and they were such a hit. Between in-home pastry lessons and the farmers markets, that's what my home business was with Toujours. So before Toujours happened and before my children happened, I worked in the restaurant business. I've worked in hotels, bakeries, restaurants. I even got to go abroad in Alsace region of France and work in a couple bakeries there, which was absolutely such a phenomenal experience. And before actually working in the industry, I went to pastry school. So while my husband was doing medical school in Chicago, I was able to attend the French Pastry School of Chicago. There I got a pastry certificate and stayed on as an intern. I was able to assist the chefs and work with them for another 6 months, which was awesome and such great experience before I went out into the field. And there really is nothing that fully describes how great the camaraderie of the kitchen is in the back of the house. It's different from any other experience I've had, but it is amazing as well. Restaurants, you have these kind of high stakes feelings, but after the end of a night of service, you're all super excited and the camaraderie is wonderful. So that was my background. And then once I had children, just the cost of childcare and the amount you make hourly in a restaurant was not going to be worth going back. So I had to adjust what my future in my career was going to look like at that point. And that's when I started Toujours. And having those weekly farmers markets once I started my business was life-giving. It was so good to have my own thing. Even if I had to bring my kids along, it was just so rewarding. With farmers markets, you develop this local community that is like nothing else. If you don't want to look into farmers markets, then at least go and check out your local vendors because they are working their butts off to produce for the community, and they love their community. And I stopped farmers markets and the in-person classes when the pandemic happened, and then we were also moving. So I was losing my community where I was selling and all my clients, and we moved up to Portland, Oregon from California. And that's where all the content became online, and I really poured into my channel. We did a lot more classes online as well. I actually have a macaron class coming up this weekend, and then I have a bicolor croissant coming up. So instead of being in the home, a lot of stuff is still online for me here, and I'm continuing on my content, of course, for this channel. So through all that experience, Toujours, the channel, really started to bloom, and I was able to share to more people than just my local community, especially during the pandemic and all that, where we were sort of cut off from experiencing our actual community locally. And now we have an online community, which is absolutely fantastic as well. My goal here is the same as it was when we started, and that is to showcase my passion and share about food and pastry specifically, and how to make it just relatable, not intimidating, and very approachable. Some of my favorite comments from you guys are, it's good to see you also struggle with batches of macarons, or, you know, like, we're so inundated with perfection these days, with only seeing the great things on Instagram or TikTok or, you know, YouTube in general. You can edit any film to just showcase what you want to showcase. And I try with the lives and just trial and error. I like to show you guys all of that, so that there are mistakes that happen, but those fails are what help you really understand what's going on in your pastry and how to make them better. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being here. If you've been here since I was in Southern California, give me a hands up in the comments. Or if you're new here, a nice wave hi and tell me where you're from would be awesome. My goal for the next few months is to start making breads again, and I can't wait to share some more content on that. That was the main reason I went to pastry school in the first place, breads. I love breads and breakfast pastries. Those are my absolute favorite things to eat, and I wanted to make them. So I have my starter getting ready and developing some flavor, and in the next few months there'll be more content on breads coming up. Thank you guys so much for being here. I look forward to putting out more content for you guys. Let me know in those comments how long you've been here and what you want to see in the future. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.